score as well. Then we have their engagement survey and their employment satisfaction scores as well. So we have all of this data, and we need to represent all of this data in a form of a beautiful dashboard and answer any sort of questions for our senior management. Is everyone absolutely clear with what is the sort of data set that we have? Is everyone absolutely clear with it? Very simple data set. Yes, yes. Don't worry, you will be getting all of this data set and everything along with the notes of the meeting. Do not worry about it. You don't need to worry about it right now. Okay, right now just focus on the learning. How do we go about with the entire process? Okay. Okay, chalo. So this is the data set that we have. Okay, this is the data set that we have. And out of this data set, what we'll be trying to do, we'll be trying to make a beautiful dashboard just like this. A beautiful dashboard just like this. How many of you feel it would be absolutely amazing if we can convert this boring looking? How many of you find this data set to be absolutely boring? Like, what do you do with such sort of a data set? If you show this to the management will, be like, what do I do of this? How many of you feel that this data set is absolutely boring type and boring? Awesome, super, good. You made it, no? Yes, I made it. And you know what, guys? You know what? We'll be making this dashboard right from scratch in today's workshop itself. Right from scratch in today's workshop. How many of you want to convert this boring looking raw data into this beautiful looking dashboard right now in this particular workshop itself? Me. Okay, guys, perfect. If you want to do this, let's go it. We'll do it together. Okay, we'll do it together. So let me go over here. What I'll go, once you have downloaded Power BI desktop in your system, okay, you do not need to do it right now. Don't do it right now. Practice later on. Just learn right now. Once you have done that, how to do it will be shared in the notes of the session. Simply go to, simply open your Power BI desktop in your system. You can go to Windows, type in Power BI desktop, or you can go anywhere and open Power BI desktop. If it's there in your desktop, if it's there in your taskbar, wherever this is, simply go over there and open Power BI desktop in your system. Okay, once you do that, click on blank report over here. Okay, click on blank report over here. So guys, this is the Power BI window that we'll be working on. This is exactly the window that we'll be working on. Okay, now before we go ahead and make the dashboard, let me just simply show you a few basic things in the Power BI window, because you need to know it in order to actually create the dashboard. Okay, so like any other Microsoft Microsoft applications, so you have this file, you have home, insert, you have modeling, you have view, you have optimize, you have help. So all of these basic tabs are right there. Okay, basic tabs right there. Apart from that, guys, do you see this gray color lines? Do you see this gray color lines? Yes, yes. So these are the groups. Okay, so this is the data group, this is the queries group, insert group, calculations group, sensitivity group, share group, ऐसे करके these are the various groups. And inside every home, insert, modeling, etc., you will find a lot of groups: AI visuals, power platforms, elements. Inside ViewTube you will see view tube, you will see scale to fit, mobile, etc. I will be seeing a lot of groups. Okay, you will see a lot of groups. So we'll, and this is just theoretical, so people are on the same page. Then, over here you can add more pages. As if you want to work on 2 pages, you can add more pages. Okay, then let's say if you want to for a mobile, you can do that as well. To do that, but major use it up, so we it in this, it's there. Apart from that, one very important thing which I want you to see on the right hand side of my screen. Okay, guys, do you all see these 3 different vertical lines over? Do you see these 3 different vertical lines over here? Yes, yes. So these are the panes. Pane, not Narvara pane, not talking about that. These are the 3 different panes which are very important part, via which you'll be able to create a visualization. Okay, the first one is a filter pane, which is not used much. Okay, which is not used much, but the visualization pane and the data pane is something feeling very heavily. Okay, guys, Power BI is a no-code software. Okay, you do not need to do anything as such in order to make your Power BI windows, your Power BI dashboards. It is a no-code software, and this data pane and visualization pane will play a very major aspect for you to be able to create these no-code sort of dashboards. Okay, so we'll be using these data pane visualization pane very heavily throughout the workshop. So that is why just introducing you all to this as well. Okay. Now, guys, once we are set with this, let's go ahead and start with the actual implementation. Let's actually start creating our dashboard. Okay. So step number one. What is step number one, guys? What do you think? What is step number one? What do you think? What is step number one? Importing our data or getting the into the Power BI, right? Because data set is in right now it's in Excel, है ना? Data set is in Excel. We need to get it into our Power BI window. So step number one is loading the data. How do you load the data? So there are various options, as you can see right there. Get in fact more options as well. Okay, right from Excel workbook to PDF to MySQL database to Azure database to the multiple number of options you have in order to make a Power BI dashboard. But for the sake of simplicity, and not just for the sake of simplicity, for the case of defining the purpose for 99% people over here, we'll be using it via our Excel file or via our CSV over here, and choose the CSV file to be working on or the Excel file that you want to be working on, whatever the case is. So HR data is the one. Okay, so I'll choose HR data over here and I'll click on open. Once I do that, you will see that the Excel file is being connected to the Power BI window, and you will have something like this exactly as we saw in our Excel file right there in front of your screen. Now, what do you need to do over here? What do you need to do over here? Simply click on load. Simply click on load. Once you do that, you'll need to wait for a few seconds because your data is now being connected to the Power BI window. Right? Okay? Okay? Okay. Now, guys, see on the right hand side, in the data pane. Okay, in the data pane, if it was blank earlier, Now this HR data, the entire data set with all the columns has been uploaded in the Power BI window, and that is why, if you click over here, you will see all the columns. Okay, see this Excel file. All the columns from this particular, from this particular Excel file has come to our data pane, as you can see over here. Is everyone with me so far? Can I get a with you in the chat box if everyone is with me? With me? Yes? Yes? With you? Perfect. Perfect. Absolutely love this energy in the chat box. Okay? So I'm trying to be, not trying to go very fast, not trying to go very slow. I'm trying to maintain a moderate pace so that everyone can follow along with me. Okay? This pace is going fine. Should I increase my pace? Should I decrease my pace? How is it going? Fine? Absolutely fine. Decrease the pace. Smooth. Please. People who are asking me, people are saying it is, please go ahead at this pace itself. Okay, so our first step is done. We have loaded our data set and connected it to our Power BI window. Okay, now guys, before we actually start making our Power BI dashboard, we can simply go ahead and define the theme for us. So what we'll do, we can go to the view tab. Okay, we can go to the view tab and any particular theme. It is not necessary that you need to choose the theme on the first step itself, but if you happen to want to do it, you can do that. Let's say a couple of people are saying me that like white cursor is not seeing on the screen. So what I can do, I can use this sort of a black theme as well. But if someone wants a purple theme, you can go ahead with this purple theme. If someone wants any theme, whatever theme works for you. If you want this, you can choose that. So Power BI already has a lot of inbuilt themes which you can see under the view tab. Under the view tab in the themes group, if you choose over here, you will be able to choose your theme. So guys, we can go ahead with this particular black theme because I really happen to like black theme colors, and this is exactly how I made this dashboard as well. So let's go ahead and use this black theme itself. With me? With me? Yes? Yes? Chalo. So we can go ahead and do that. Okay. Also, one very important tip which no one else will tell you, that you should go ahead and in step one itself, you should go over here, click on customize current theme. Okay, customize current theme. Go to visuals, click on border, and start switch on the border. Switch on the border, guys. Why am I saying that? Why should you switch on your border? It will really help you in aligning with your dashboard. But no one else will give you this sort of a tip. Okay? Keep your borders on. It will really help you in even more beautiful dashboard. Okay? I don't have HR data for people who are saying I don't have the data set. Guys, you do not need to do it right now. It will be shared with you along with the notes of the session. Just learn everything right now. Practice later on using the notes of the session. Okay? Okay. How to switch on border? I'll repeat it once again. So click over here, go to the view tab under themes. Firstly, choose your theme. Okay, so we have chosen the theme. Step number two, go over here, click on customize current theme. Visuals border, switch border on, change the color of the border. If you're using a black theme, then choose a white border. If you're white theme, choose black color or blue color, whatever the color is. Basically, choose contrasting color. Okay? Now, then click on apply. Okay, so now your borders are switched on. Now we'll go ahead and actually build our dashboard. Okay, now we'll go ahead and actually build our dashboard. Okay, so guys, you can go to this table view and see the data set has been uploaded here as well. Okay, let's go ahead and build a dashboard one by one. Okay, now guys, while building the dashboard, one more tip from my side, which is you should always build your dashboard from the bottom. Okay, always build your dashboard from the bottom, not from the top, not from middle, from the bottom. It will again very much help you in aligning everything in your dashboard, and you'll be able to make a much more beautiful dashboard. Okay, so let's go ahead and make everything in our dashboard right from the bottom. Okay, so step number one. Okay, let's see what is the first vision that we can make. So first visualization which we can make is basically we can have employment status. We can show employment status by position, and let's see what we can do with it. So let's put up a stacked bar chart. Okay, so these are the different visualizations which you can see in the visualization pane. You can have bar charts over here, you can have column charts, you can have stacked bar charts, you can have cluster charts, you can have donut chart, you can have pie charts, funnels, ribbon chart, line chart. So a lot of these different to go ahead and check from the bottom of my canvas, guys. The way everything, whatever you are the dashboard you are building, the space where you are building your world as a canvas, canvas. Okay, so the black screen that you see, that is the canvas. Clear? Everyone with me? With me? Yes? Here? So canvas में and first make our first visualization. Okay, let's go ahead and make our first visualization using the stacked bar chart. Okay, in the stacked bar chart, okay, we'll make so in visualization I chose this. Now this and fields, where we'll add the fields from. We'll add the fields from our data pane. Okay, from our data pane. So let's say if you want count of employee status. Okay, so what are the different statuses of all the employees? What is the count of that according to their position? Okay, so employee status, where is it? There is the employee status. So if you want count of employee status, we'll add count of employee status to the y-axis. Okay, if we want count of employee status on the y-axis, and if we want it position wise, what we'll do, we'll add position to the x-axis. Now what happens for every count of position? So for every different sort of employment status, we'll have count of position. But guys, did we want that? Do we want count of position by employment status, or do we want count of employee status depending on their positions? Please repeat the step. Okay, I'll repeat it. Okay, I'll repeat it. Let me just simply remove it. Let me remove it. I'll start again from scratch. Okay, I'll start again from scratch. This is a blank canvas. What I'll do, I'll go to the visualization pane and click on this stacked bar chart. Once I do this, guys, this is a movable one. Okay, I can place this anywhere in my screen. but I mentioned to you that I want to start always from the bottom. So I'll start from the bottom. Okay, then I can reposition it as well. Whatsoever size I want my graph to be of. Okay, so let's say I want to be it to size. Okay, now what I'll do, I will add different columns to my y-axis. Okay, so I was asking earlier, positional wise. Okay, depending on the various positions. What are the various positions? Let's see over here. Okay, production technician 1, senior DBA, production technician 2, production technician. So like this, there are different positions of all the employees. So depending on their position, what is the status for every such position? What is the count of employee status for every such position? This is what we want to know. Okay, so count of employee status for every position. So for production technician 1, we have count of employments at 137. So 137 people are from production technician 1. 57 people are production technician 2. Area sales manager 27. Like this, we have different count. Button over here. Yes, yes, but let's say we want to know the employment status. Okay, employment status. What is employment status? I'll just show it to you over here. So employment status is details as well, like how many people voluntarily terminated, how many people are actually continuing the job, etc., etc. Have we been able to get that yet? No, right? We haven't been able to get that yet. Correct? No. So how do we get that? How do we get that? We will add employment status criteria to the legend of this particular graph. Okay, to the legend of this particular graph. Now, guys, what happens is for every employment status, we have gotten the count of employment status by position. Okay, by position, as you can see over here. Okay, for production technician, for production technician 1, for production technician 1, how many people are active? Can you see over here? Light blue is active. Okay, so for production technician 1, 85 people are having active status. How many people? 7 people have been terminated for a cause and 45 people have been voluntarily terminated. Like this, we have gotten the count of every such position. How many of you are absolutely mind blown looking at this particular first chart? How many of you are absolutely mind blown looking at this first chart that without writing in a single line of code, we have gotten for every position, we have gotten the total number of people in that particular department, and we have gotten the breakup of the number of people who for every such employment status as well. 45 people voluntarily terminated, 7 people terminated for cause, 85 people are active. So this is one very good insight that you can give to the management. How many of you agree that this is one very good insight that you can give to the management who are looking to solve their hiring problems? That out of total itne people, 85 plus 45 plus 7, only 85 people are active so far, and these people have been terminated for this and this reason. Similarly, for production technician 2, out of so many people, these are active. For area sales manager, etc., etc. How many of you feel very good graph to be shown to the management? Yes. Yes, amazing. Chalo. Okay, let's move to the second thing that we can show to the to our employees. What is it? What is it that you can show to the senior management? The senior management would be very interested in knowing the salaries, for every position as well inside the company. How many of you agree that knowing the salary for every position, like production technician 1, 2, सब में कितना salaries आ रहे हैं? How many of you feel that it's a very valid thing that management would like to see? Yes? Yes? So let's go ahead and show that to the management. So what I'll do, for this purpose, let's create a stacked column chart. Okay? Let's create a stacked column chart. So what I'll do, I'll go ahead and position this right over here. Okay? Position this right over here. Let me in fact decrease the width of it. Okay? So I've done that. Okay? Now, so we want to show salary for every position. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll drag salary from here, sum of salary from here to the y-axis, and we want to show it position wise. So what we'll do, we'll drag position from here to the x-axis. So guys, just again in a matter of seconds, we have been able to create a chart on what is the sum of salaries for every position in the company. For every position in the company, we have created the sum of salary for every position. How many of you feel that this is also something the management would be very interested to know? Yes? Yes? Now let's say the management wants to go one step further. They want to know sum of salary by position, but they also want to know the gender distribution. How much salary goes to male employees, how much salary goes to female employees. Then how do you go about doing that? How do you go about doing that? Anyone? Any guesses? Exactly something like what we did over here. Exactly something like what we did over here. What we'll do? We'll add gender to the legend of this particular chart. And boom, guys, boom. So many of you answered it absolutely right. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that you are taking away the learnings. Okay. Sum of salary for the female gender, for the male gender of production technician one, right there in one graph itself. We have been able to get it. Right there in one graph itself. Amazing. Amazing. Okay. My dashboard. My mouse is behaving a bit weird. Wait. Let me reposition it. Okay. Then. So guys, let me see if I can fix it. Yeah, done. So I've been able to fix it, guys. So my mouse was behaving a bit weird. So apologies regarding that. Okay. So guys, graph number 2 done. Sum of salary for every position and gender, that is done. Okay. Now let's go ahead and create the third chart. Let's go ahead and create the third chart. Guys, how many of you feel that the management would also be very interested in knowing the sum of salary? Okay, the sum of salary by hiring date and department. Like, our HR department has been hiring, but what is the sum of salary for the various hiring dates and department wise as well? How many of you feel that position wise we have been able to identify it? Department wise also the management could be very interested in knowing that. Yes? Yes? Okay? Chal, done. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. So for this, let's use a line and stacked column chart. Why are we using a line and stacked column chart? So that's a good question. Okay, I'll answer that question to you. Why so? Because via this, we'll be able to show more number of parameters in one graph itself. Let me just show it to you guys. Okay, let me drag and expand this and increase the size of this particular chart. Okay, I'll increase the size of this particular chart. Okay, to here. Now what I'll do, as I mentioned, sum of salary. So guys, you all tell me what should I be doing now? If I want to show sum of salary for every hiring date and department, what should I be doing? You all tell me. Sum of salary on x-axis or y-axis? Where will it go? It will go in the y-axis. Absolutely. Sum of salary in the y-axis. Then what will happen? Okay. If I have to show it hiring date wise, then what do I do? What do I do? Hiring date, where will it go? It will go to the x-axis. Absolutely amazing, guys. I am really amazed. Everyone is grasping all of this so quickly. Okay. So sum of salary for every such hiring date. Okay. For every such hiring date, we have been able to identify the sum of salary. But if we want to know department wise as well, if we want to know the sum of salary for every such department, for every such hiring date, how do we go about doing that? Department to legend. Absolutely, you guys are getting a hang of it. Superb. Department to the column legend. Guys, this way we have been able to get sum of salary for every such hiring date for every department as well. As you can see over here, you can see hiring date, 30th March 2015, department ITIs, the sum of salary is the 6,86,580. For production department, the sum of salary is this. For next date, production department, it is this. For sales department, it is this. Like this, we have been able to show the management for every hiring date, for every department, what is the sum of salary. How amazing it is. Is it amazing? Type in amazing in the chat box if you think that this is amazing. Amazing. But guys, in this particular line, okay, in this particular line and stacked column chart. This is something that you could have done in a stacked column chart as well. But in a line and stacked column chart, you get one more advantage. Guys, can you all see this line y-axis over here? Can you see this line y-axis over here? Yes? Do you see that? Yes? So, using this line y-axis, what is it that something that you can do? You can actually add one more parameter over here to show two different parameters in one graph itself. Let's say the management wants to know, tell me something guys, what might the management want to know? For every hiring date, they might want to know something. What is it that they might want to know? Let's say they want to know performance score. Okay, let's say they want to know performance score for every such hiring date. So what you can do, you can drag this performance score over here and drag it to the line y-axis. What will it help you do? It will help you, okay, simply hover over this. Okay, simply hover over this. So what is it that you are getting? For this particular hiring date, what is the count of performance score? What, like how many performance score data do we have regarding that? Let's say instead of count of performance score, you want, let's say you want, something else. Let's say you want distinct count of performance score. You can go ahead and do that as well. Okay. Via this, you can show two different parameters in one single graph itself. That is the power. That is the power of this particular line and stacked column chart. Okay, so you kind of have two x-axis. Similarly, you kind of have two y-axis over here as well. Okay, for people who are saying ki instead of performance score, can we have something? You can definitely have anything you want. Okay, whatever can be shown via a y-axis. Let's say you want to show. Tell me, guys, what else do you want to show? Tell me. Let's say you want to show gender-wise data. Okay, that what is the count of gender? Okay, you want to show that. You can do that as well over here. Basically, count of employees. Or let's say if you want to show sum of employment satisfaction score. If you want to show that, okay, you can show that. What is the sum of employment satisfaction score for every such date? Okay, that is the power this particular graph gives you. How many of you are really mind blown by with the help of this graph? Like, how easy it has made things for you. Yes, yes, and guys, there is no correct graph, no correct dashboard or anything like that. The better you can visualize your dashboard, the better you will be able to, make it. Okay, chalo. Now let's go forward. Okay, we'll add more charts over here. Let's say the management wants to know in every department what is the number of people, what is the count of people in every single department. How do you go about doing that? Do you think it is a very valid question which the management would want to know for every department? What is the number of people in every department? Yes, yes, very valid question. Yes, and Prajwal is suggesting that we can use a pie chart for it. Prajwal, if you're suggesting that, let's go ahead and use a pie chart. Okay, let's go ahead and use a pie chart for it. Okay, so we can go ahead and make a pie chart for this. Okay, guys. By the way, now do you see why did I suggest you to use a border initially itself? If you had not used a border initially, every chart would have been haywire and you couldn't have aligned things. Now, does it make sense to you why we switched on borders as step one itself? Yes? Can we use line chart? Absolutely. You can use any sort of chart that you want. You just need to think of it what will best represent what the management is looking for. Okay? So let's say if you want count of people in every department. Okay? So if you're using a pie chart for it, department, guys, tell me where will department go? They'll go in legend, right? Okay, for people who might get confused over here, in where when we were using this, you had x-axis, y-axis, but when you use pie chart or donut chart or things like that, over there, x-axis gets changed to legend and y-axis gets changed to values. Okay, it is exactly the same. X-axis, matlab ki for what you are looking for, just like x-axis. So similarly, for every department you are looking for the count, correct? So where will department go? Under legend or values? What do you think? What do you think? Where will it go? It will go under legend. Absolutely correct. Okay? Okay? Understood? So for every such department, now we have to figure out the count of people. Guys, any idea how we can figure out the count of people in such department? Any idea? Using the values tab. Correct. Using the values tab. But why? What should I input over here so that I can get so that I can get the count of employees in every such department? Employment status, employee ID. Okay, I see a lot of answers, and a lot of it is correct. Okay, I can use employee ID as well. Okay, I can use employee ID, and count of employee ID will tell me. Okay, guys. By the way, I want all of you to just focus over here once and see what just exactly happened. Okay, over here, guys. This is sum of employee ID. When I drag this and put it over here, Power BI automatically changes it to count of employee ID, not sum of employee ID. Power BI automatically changes it to count of employee ID. This is the AI magic which is happening in Power BI. Power BI is smart enough to understand that sum of employee ID will not mean anything over here. You will need to figure out what is the count of employee ID. Okay, so if you want sum of employee ID, you can change that as well. Okay, simply click over here, click on sum of employee ID, and then it will calculate the sum, but it will not make any sense to you. Okay, but count of employee ID will tell you the number of people in such department. Okay, similarly, you could have simply used any other such parameter. Okay, like department, you could have put over here, and it will give you the count of department. This will also help you calculate the same thing itself. Okay, sum of number of employees for every department you can do via that also, or let's say via any such parameter. Via any such parameter you will be able to do that. Okay, employee ID, if I do that, count of employee ID, this will give me the number of employees in every single department. Everyone absolutely clear? Everyone absolutely clear and with me so far? With me, with me, with me? Yes, yes. Chalo, let's move on to the next stuff. Next thing. Okay, let's move on to the next thing. What is it? What is it? Let's see. Now guys, let's say if we want to calculate the total number of employees, I'll show you one more new thing over here. Okay, अभी तक whatever we have seen कि using the parameters which was there in our Excel window itself. Okay, in our Excel file, these were the parameters. These were the parameters that we had. Now, if we want to make a new parameter inside Power BI, okay, it is not feasible that we go to the Excel and make a new parameter over there and then upload it again Power BI over here. Or if we want to create a count of something, or we want to create a new metric, if we want to create, how do we do that? Okay, how many of you want to learn to create a new parameter inside Power BI using the existing parameters, using existing columns? Do you want to create a new parameter? How many of you want to do? Yes, yes. If you want to make a even more beautiful dashboard, okay, if you want to go one step further, if you want to do that, you should have the power of creating new parameters, new measures inside Power BI. Okay, guys, this is something which I'm sure no one teaches you. I'll go ahead and do that. Okay, so we'll go to this new measure. I'll go. What we'll do? You'll go to home, and under home, we'll click on new measure. Okay, we'll click on new measure. Now let's say I want a new measure of total number of employees. Guys, do you think it will be it will be a valuable thing to have total number of employees as one of the measures which we can use for any of our visualizations? It will be a valuable thing to have, right? So what you can do, you can click on new measure and you can create a new measure for yourself. Okay, you can rename it. Let's say total number of employees is a parameter that we want to have. So you can write total employees over here, and then basically you can write a formula over here. Okay, you can write a formula over here. What is the formula that you can use? What is the formula that you can use? So you will go and type in count rows. Okay, you will go and type in count rows and then add a single a single inverted comma, so HR data will come, and then so what it will do, it will count the total number of rows inside this particular file. What is the total number of rows in this particular Excel file? Guys, what do you think? What is the total number of rows? What is the total number of rows? It is 311, correct? It is 311. So once you do this, it will create a new measure. Okay, I'll simply hit on enter count rows, HR data, it will create a new measure, a new parameter inside our Power BI. And you can see this, there is a a calculator button over here, correct? There is a calculator thing over here, a calculator symbol, yes? Yes, correct? So this means that this is a new measure which was not there when you uploaded the Power BI window, and this is something that you have calculated yourself. Like this, there are n number of formulas inside Power BI via which you can create new measures like this, and via which you will be able to make more and more beautiful dashboards. Guys, everyone clear on how to create a new measure? Everyone absolutely clear on how to create a new measure? Did you all like it? Did you all like it? On a scale of 1 to 10, did you all like it? Yes, yes. Liked it? Absolutely clear. Awesome. 10, 10x. Chalo. Super. Okay, chalo. Let's go to the next thing. Using this in total number of employees. Okay, let's say we want to show to the management what are the total number of employees for every such employment satisfaction score. How do you go about doing that? Again, we can simply create a stacked column chart. We can place the column chart over here. We can reposition this. Okay, then what we'll do, we'll add total number of employees. Okay, earlier what we had to do, we had to put in count of employee ID. Right now what we can do, we can skip that part and simply add total number of employees to the y-axis, and let's say employment score. Okay, employment satisfaction score to the x-axis. Now for every employment satisfaction score, you have the total number of employees, and you do not need to use the count of employee ID method as we used earlier. That is the power of creating a new measure. How many of you are absolutely mind blown by this? How many of you are absolutely mind blown by this? You know how you can create a new measure, and using this new measure. Okay, so Prashant Singhal is saying add department into this. Yes, you can in fact do that. Okay, in this particular this thing, if if you want to remove count of employee ID and add total employees over here, see the same graph comes. The same graph comes. This is the power of this chart. Okay, instead of using count of employee IDs, you can use this. And via this, guys, this is just a way I wanted to show to you via which you can create n number of variables inside Power BI and to make your dashboard more and more insightful. How many of you found this to be insightful? Insightful? Please repeat how to create a new measure. Sure, I'll do that. What you have to do? Simply click on new measure over here. Simply click on new measure over here. Once you click on new measure, you need to give a name to your measure. What is it that you want to call it? And then use any of the formulas inside Power BI in order to create a new measure. There are ton number of formulas. Okay, there are ton number of formulas. Okay, like this count rows is there, count blank is there. So like this, any of the formulas that you can use, then there are more and more formulas which are inbuilt. Okay, which are inbuilt. Of course, I do not have the time to cover all of these formulas in this particular session, but I showed you one such method so that you can do it on your own later on as well. Okay? Okay? Chalo. Insightful? Chalo. Done. Now we'll go ahead and give basically a heading to our entire Power BI dashboard that we are making. So what we'll do, we'll go to insert and then insert a text box. Okay, we'll go to insert and then insert a text box. Then again, you can resize the text box like we have been doing. Okay, resize it. Over here you can write something like HR summary report. You can resize it as well. Let's say if you want to keep it of 28 size, you can do that. Let's say if you want to keep it center aligned, you can do that. Let's say if you want to make it bold, you can do that. Any of these things you will be able to do. Okay? Okay? You have been able to do that. Once you do this, let's let's add certain more things inside our Power BI window. Now guys, what we'll be doing, we'll be adding something which is called as a card visual. Okay, which is called as a card visual inside Power BI. Okay, what is a card visual? It is basically something very, very simple but very, very effective. These are basically just plain simple cited numbers. Okay, so here is a card visual. Click on a card visual over here. Okay, click on a card visual over here and place it towards the top of your screen over here. Okay, place it over here. Now you can you can size it as you want it. Okay, let's say I want to size it like this. Okay, over here, what you need to do, basically any of the most important parameter that your boss would like to see at any given point of time. Okay, let's say the boss would really like to see what is the sum of total salaries that we are disbursing every single time. Okay, what is the sum of total salaries? So what you'll do, simply drag salary from here and place it in field. Place it in field. So the sum of total salaries which the company is disbursing every single year, that comes out to be 21 million. Okay, it comes out to be 21 million, and you will be able to show it to the boss. The whenever count of employees, more employees join, some employees leave, it will automatically be updated. What is the sum of total salary? How many of you feel this would be a very important parameter which the boss would want to know? Sum of total salary, and along with it the boss would really want to also know the true sum of total number of employees present in the company. So what you can do about it, you can create one more card visual. Either create one more card visual or go over here, copy it and paste it. Control plus C, Control plus V, and you have been able to create one more card visual for yourself. Okay? Control C, Control V, created one more card visual, place it over here, and instead of sum of salary, let's say if you want to show total number of employees in the company, simply drag total number of employees from here to here. The sum of total salary 21 million, sum of total number of employees, that comes out to be 311. Okay, insightful, very two very insightful things which the boss would want to know. Yes, agree with me? Absolutely great, amazing, superb, 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 very insightful. Chalo. Right. Now guys, we'll go one step further. One step further. Okay? So what we'll do, we'll go ahead and add in filters. Okay. In fact, let's do one thing. Before even adding filters to our chart, even before adding filters to our chart, let's create more more visualizations. Let's say we want to show the what is the count of employment status by employment status itself. So we can create a donut chart for it. Similarly, like a pie chart, we can create a donut chart as well. Okay, we can go ahead and use this. We can position it over here, and we can basically resize it like this. Let's say if we size it like this, okay, we want to show that for every employment status, okay, we'll drag this to the legend. Okay, for every employment status, what is the number of people who are there in such employment status? Okay, so what we'll do, count of employment status by employment status. So in total, how many number of people are in active status? So out of 311 employees, guys, this particular chart will help the company identify that out of total 311 employees, only 207 are active. Correct? Out of 311, only 207 are active. So that is a very important parameter which the boss would like to see, which the senior management would like to see. Correct? Agree with me? How many people have been voluntarily terminated? Can you see in the screen? How many people have been voluntarily terminated? Any correct answers? It is 88. Absolutely correct. How many people terminated for cause? 16. And 207 are active. Okay. So for every sort of employment status, we have gotten the results for that as well. And let's say the boss also wants to know. The boss also wants to know what is the total. What is the total number of employees for both the genders. Okay. The boss wants to know that as well. So what we'll do, we'll create a stack column chart for it. We'll place it over here. Let us resize it. Okay, let us resize this. Okay, what we'll do over here, we'll add gender, count of gender to the, we'll add gender to the x-axis, and we'll add total number of employees to the y-axis. So female number of staff are 176 and male are 135. So you have been able to add that as well. Okay. Now, if you want to modify it further, you can do that. You can add more modifications to this. Now guys, there is something very, very insightful in Power BI, something very amazing in Power BI, which you won't see in, many other visualization tools. Does anyone know what am I talking about? Does anyone know what am I talking about? This is something which will absolutely blow your mind. Which will absolutely blow your mind. What is it? What is it? It is it is the power of interactivity. Okay, it is the power of interactivity in Power BI. What do I mean? What do I mean? Let's say I want to modify. The boss says that I want to see all of this data only for my female employees. Only for my female employees. Will you go ahead and change all of your dashboards? Change all of your charts for only female employees. Will you go ahead and do that? No, 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 no. Guys, how many of you want me to show a way via which within 1 second, you will be able to modify this entire chart only for female employees? Yes, amazing. So what you'll need to do for this? Simply click on female over here. Simply click on female. As you can see, number of employees has changed to 176. Sum of salary has changed to 12 million. And you can see all of this entire data has been changed, keeping female staff in mind. All of this entire data. Okay, only for female gender. You can see for male, it has been de-highlighted. Okay, only blue one is highlighted. Female, this has been de-highlighted. Okay, as again you can see over here, production technician one. Okay, active employment status. Like this, it has been broken down. It has been broken down further. When I did not have female selected, you see only 3 colors over here. Once I choose female, you can see that only this highlighted portion. Okay, only this highlighted portion. As you can see over here, everyone can see 52 highlighted. Yes. So 52 are the number of staff which are female over here. Okay. Then if I go over here, out of 7, 4 people terminated for cause. 4 people were female out of that. Okay. Let's say the boss asks for production technician 2, what is the number of female staff who are in active status? So out of 31 number of people, 19 are female staff. How many of you are absolutely mind blown by this particular interactivity feature? Employment satisfaction scores for female male segregated. For count of employee ID by department wise, for female male segregated. For over here, if I deselect female over here, you can see there are 2 colors, 3 colors over here. Once I do that, highlighted, de-highlighted, separate. Okay, if I scroll over here for female employees, the sum of salary is 2,94,517. For total is 6,86. So like this, you are being able to tell everything for female gender as well inside the company without doing anything extra. All of this done in a matter of seconds. Okay, Garima is saying, what about male employees? Simply click male. Simply click male, and you will have all your data for male employees. Let's say if you want to figure all of this out for let's say engineering department only, click on engineering over here. Click on engineering. All of your data has been modified for engineering department. 1 million is the sum of salary. Total number of employees 11. Out of these 11 employees, you can figure out the terminate. Active. If I go to active, only 7 people are active. Out of 11, only 7 people are active, and all of your dashboard modified to that of only this particular department of engineering. Type in a biggest MB in the chat box if you're absolutely mind blown about it. Superb. Type in the biggest MB in the chat box, guys, if you think that this is absolutely mind blowing. Okay. Okay, MB, absolutely mind blowing. Guys, that is not it. Okay, in Power BI gives you an option of going ahead and creating filters. Okay, let's say if you are not being able to, use this interactivity feature for showing something, you can go ahead and add in filters in your chart as well. Filters and slices. Okay, if I click on slicer over here, okay, I think. Yeah. So if I go ahead and click on slicer over here, okay, I'll be able to add slicers to my chart as well, and I can resize it. Okay, I can resize it. Let's say I want, position wise. Okay, I want position wise, filter that my entire chart shows for a specific position only. Then what I can do, I'll add position over here, and it will show me the different positions inside my organization. Okay, I can click on, basically I can go to format your visual. I can click on slicer setting, and instead of vertical list, I can click on drop down. Okay, I can click on drop down. So now you choose any position. Let's say if I want to, for a senior DBA, I want my entire chart to be modified for a senior DBA. I choose that, and my entire chart has been modified to that of a senior DBA. So via the interactivity feature, what happens? Things get highlighted or de-highlighted. But if you don't want it to be highlighted, de-highlighted, but the entire chart to be very clean and just show things only for the senior DBA, so you can see that total number of senior DBAs are two. Out of total sum of salary is 204k, out of which only one person is active. Count of employee ID, you can see total is 2. Then senior DBA, all of this data you can see over here for a senior DBA. So like this, you can have this, slicer and filter inside Power BI as well. Okay, clear, clear. And you can add more slicers as well. Okay, I can control C, control V. I'll add in one more slicer. So instead of position, let's say, guys, tell me what one more slicer do you want to have? Any further slicer? Let's say the boss says that I only want to see people who have an employment satisfaction score of 1, of 5, or let's say of 1. So what I can do, I can add employment satisfaction score over here, and let's say of 1. So for all dissatisfied employees, boss wants to see the data. So I'll click 1 over here, and for all dissatisfied employees, I'll have all the data right there in front of my screen. Okay, for 1 and 2, the boss wants to see. For, let's say for only 2, the boss wants to see data over here. For all the satisfied, employees, boss wants to see the data, and you can have it right over here. All of this completely modifiable by the help of these particular slices. MB in the chat box if you're mind blown by this. Really mind blown. MB. Now guys, I'm gonna be showing you one thing which will blow your mind even further. Okay, which will blow your mind even further, which is one of the latest things to comes to Power BI, and via which it will make your task even more simpler. Even more simpler. This is one of the most powerful things that I'm gonna be teaching you. And in order to teach this, guys, I want to do a basically, guys, we are a completely bootstrap company. Okay, so in order, once I teach this, I want a small request from your side. Okay, if you happen to like what I'm going to be teaching you, only if you happen to like the next thing that I'm going to be teaching you, I'll request you to just spare 30 seconds of your time and give us a good feedback. Only if you happen to like what I'm going to be teaching. If you don't like it, you can spare the feedback. You don't have to do it. But if you like it, can you take out 30 seconds of your time and give us a feedback about the workshop on how you're liking it so far? Sure, then, sure. Okay, sure. Firstly, let me show it to you. Only if you happen to like it, you can go ahead and do that. Okay? So guys, now what I'm gonna be teaching you is one of the most powerful things over there. Okay? What is it that I'm gonna be talking about? What is it that I'm gonna be talking about? Okay, so it is basically the AI powered version of Power BI, via which you can ask any sort of questions, about your Power BI dashboard that you have created to Power BI directly. How do you go about doing that? Simply go to this insert tab over here. Once you go to this insert tab, guys, do you see this Q&A? Do you see this Q&A button over here? Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so click on this Q&A button. Once you click on this Q&A button, again, you can reposition it. I'll position it over here, the only blank part of my canvas so far. I'll position it over here, and do you see over here? This is a Q&A box, and this is powered by AI. What does it mean? What does it mean? Any question do your boss ask you which you are not being able to show via the visualizations you have created, simply ask your AI friend over here, and your friend will be able to answer that question for you right here in this Power BI window itself. Let's say if you want top states by total employee, simply click that over here, and this particular window, okay, this particular window will answer this particular question for you. Guys, by the way, any question which you have, tell me any question which you want the Power BI window to ask for you, to answer for you. Let's say, tell me guys, any question. Let's say you want to know total salary, you want to know sum of salary by state. Let's say for every state you want to know sum of salary. Okay? Let's see. I asked this question from Power BI, from this Q&A button in Power BI, and you can see over here that I have gotten my answer. ठीक है, I have gotten my answer. Let me just simply expand it once so that it we are able to see it. So for every state, for MA state, what is the sum of salary? This is the sum of salary. For CT state, for TX state, for RI state. Basically, for every state, what is the sum of salary? You have been able to calculate in a matter of seconds via this particular Q&A option. You do not need to create a chart. You did not do anything. You simply asked it over here and your work was done. How many of you are absolutely mind blown by this? Absolutely mind blown by this. Okay, and you can go ahead and ask any question, guys. Absolutely any question, and it will be able to answer that. Okay, go ahead and ask any question. One, while you are practicing, we'll be sharing you the notes. While you are practicing, ask any question, and your work will be done via this particular, thing that we have just created. Mind blowing. Type in MB in the chat box if it is absolutely mind blowing. Yes, if it is mind blowing, guys, I would suggest you, if only if you liked it. There is no pressure, no force as such. But if you happen to like it, we really have been working very hard for creating this webinar, for conducting all our workshops, masterclasses. Will request you. My team member is sharing basically a feedback link right now. Okay, just take on 20 seconds, 30 seconds of your time. Go ahead and post a good feedback for us. It will mean the world to me. Okay, it will mean the world to me if you can just take out 30 seconds of your time and post in a good feedback about us. I'll just wait for 30 seconds and then we'll go ahead and share you some more learnings. 5-star, thank you so much. Sure, done. Guys, once you're done typing done in the chat box so that I know that you're done. Typing done in the chat box once so that I know that you're done. Done with feedback. Done with feedback. Done. Best workshop of my life. How many of you feel that this is one of the best sessions that is going on in your life? Best workshops of your life, best session. If you happen to feel it, you do not have to say it because others are saying it. Only if you also feel the same. Done. Any feeling? Where to give feedback? My team member has shared the link. You can give the feedback over there. Done. Now, guys, let's see how far have we reached. This is the dashboard that we wanted to create. Okay, this is the dashboard that we wanted to create. Have we been able to create this sort of a dashboard? Have we been able to create this sort of a dashboard? What is remaining? Tell me, guys, what is remaining? Okay, we have been able to kind of do almost everything. What is remaining? Only the icons in the male, female. Yes, only the icons in the male, female. That is it. What is remaining? Yes. So how do we go about doing that? Okay, how do we go about doing that? So click over here. Okay, do you see these three dots over here? Do you see these three dots over here? Yes. Get more visuals. Click on get more visuals. Okay, get more visuals. Click on get more visuals. So once you click on get more visuals, so you will find a lot of options over here on what are the different sort of visualizations that you can add to your Power BI window. Okay, so let's say you want a let me see. So this should be a informational. Okay. Yeah, here it is. Infographic designer. Okay, you can go ahead and choose this. Choose the infographic designer. By the way, guys, this is completely optional. Okay, this infographic designer thing. Only if you want to go ahead and do this, you can go ahead and do this. Otherwise, you can simply skip it as well. It is not required as such because your work is already done. Okay, but if you still want to go ahead and do this, what you can do, click over here, then click on this infographic designer. Okay, click on this infographic designer. Once you do this, once you click on this infographic designer, okay, click on this edit mark over here. Okay, click on this edit mark and increase the size of this. Okay, once you increase the size of this, what do you need to do over here? You need to go to the top left button. Okay, and click on people over here. Click on people, then click on mail over here. Okay, now go to data binding. Click on data binding along according to gender. Okay, for female gender, this is something that you want to choose. For male gender, this is something that you want to choose. Choose that and click on apply. Okay, choose this as shape 1. Again go over here, click on gender. For female gender this, for male gender this, and then click on apply. Once you do that, your work is done. Now again you can basically size, you can reduce the size, and you have been able to change it. You have been able to change from a bar chart to a chart like this where you have male and female thing. Repeat it. Okay, I'll repeat it. I think I went a bit fast. I'll repeat it. Let me do one thing. I'll delete this. ठीक है? I'll delete this. I'll make this chart once again. ठीक है? सब लोग मेरे को follow करना. ठीक है? Okay. Okay. Done. So now what I'll do? I'll click on stacked column chart. I'll create a chart over here. What is the chart that we had created? Total employees for every gender. Correct? But if we do this, तो ऐसा आ जाता है. So what we'll do? We'll again click over here and click on this infographic designer. ठीक है? Click on this infographic designer. I click on this infographic designer. So it will be modified to this. Now what I'll do? I'll click on this edit mark. Then expand it. ठीक है? Then expand it. Now what I'll do? I'll go over here to this data binding. ठीक है? I'll go to data binding over here. Now over here I'll click on gender, data binding field gender. Then for female gender, what I'll do? I'll go to people, choose the female gender thing. For male, I'll click over here, I'll click the male gender thing. And then I'll click on apply. As soon as I click on apply, it is done. It is done. And now I can reposition this. I can remove this and reposition it. And my work is done. Done. From where did you get the infographic designer? Chalo, done. I'll show that to you as well. Okay? Click on get more visuals. Okay? Click on this 3 dots. Get more visuals. And once you go to get more visuals, over here you will see much more graphics if you want it. Okay? Over here what I did, I simply search for this informational graphics and I'll just show it to you guys. Okay? Over here I search for informational graphics. It came. It won't come now because it has already been. Okay, it is coming now as well. Infographic designer. So I'll choose this and simply add it. Once I click on add, it will be added to my Power BI window. अब सबको clear है? Is everyone with me? Clear? Clear? Kishaki says, make sure you're hydrated enough. Loving the workshop. That's a good reminder, Kishaki. I'll go ahead and have some water. Okay, then so this is also done. Now guys, tell me, we have been able to create a dashboard just like we saw. We have been able to create a dashboard, but still, even after we have created this Q&A visual and something and other things, let's say if the boss goes further deeper and asks you further deeper questions, okay, the boss goes ahead and asks you questions like explain me why let's say why tell me guys let's say boss wants a certain analysis. Okay, boss wants a certain analysis. Okay, so boss wants to know why this particular thing happened. If you want to go ahead and do something like this, so how do you go about doing that? Okay, I'll show you this as well. Okay, I'll show you this as well. So what I'll do, I'll go over here. Okay, I'll right click over here. Okay, what I've done guys, I've gone over here, I have right clicked here, and then I'll click on summarize. Okay, I'll click on summarize. Once I do that and click on custom, now guys, some magic is gonna happen right in front of you. Type in magic in the chat box if you're ready for some magic. Type in magic in the chat box. Magic. Guys, so why did this, what is the analysis behind it? What did I do? I simply right clicked on it and asked the artificial intelligence inside Power BI to summarize it. So sum of salary and sum of total, employment satisfaction are negatively correlated with each other. Okay. First, for this date in department, production made up 3.69% sum of salary. Production accounted for 67.2% of count of employee ID. Voluntarily terminated had the highest average count of employment status as 7.33, followed by this. So the entire summary of this particular analysis has been given to you via the click of a button. How many of you are absolutely mind blown with this magic gist which I just showed to you? Magic, MB, awesome, absolutely mind blowing. Okay, repeat once again. I'm seeing a lot of repeat once again. Let me do that. So, guys, what am I doing? Let's say anything you want in this graph to be analyzed or summarized, what you will do? You will go simply over here, right click over here, and if you want to summarize it, click on summarize. If you want to analyze it, okay, if you want to analyze it, click on analyze. Find where this distribution is different. Okay, click on analyze, click on find where this distribution went different, and the artificial intelligence inside Power BI will do all of this analysis for you automatically without even doing anything. By just a single click of a button, it has done all of this analysis that voluntarily terminated with 28.3% of records active, with 66% of records are terminated for cause, 5% of records most affect this particular distribution. Null with 66 termination data is null with 66.6% of records most affects this particular distribution. Okay, then you can compare, you can basically switch these particular parameters of comparison on or off as well. Okay, then this further analysis, then more like this, you have gotten 10, 5-10 different sort of analysis which will explain you why this particular thing happened. Similarly over here, let's say if you want to analyze find where this particular distribution is different, it will analyze that for you as well. Okay, if you don't want it to be a analyze thing, if you want just a summary of this entire thing, simply right click and click on summarize. It will summarize this entire thing for you, what is happening over here in this particular graph. Okay, sum of salary and sum of total employment satisfaction are positively correlated with each other. So what can you guys tell me, what is it that you can do with the help of this particular feature? With the help of this particular thing which I just showed to you, you have made this entire Power BI window, correct? You have made this entire Power BI window. You can go ahead further. Okay, you can go ahead further and whenever you are presenting it to your senior management, to your bosses, you can show all of this analysis. You can tell all of this analysis as well. Okay, with this analyze and summarize feature, you can prepare it beforehand, like why this is going up, why this is going down, so that you can create a very very positive impression in front of your boss. How many of you found this particular artificial intelligence feature inside Power BI to be absolutely fabulous? Type in fabulous in the chat box if you think that this is absolutely fabulous. Fabulous, 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 awesome, amazing, mind blowing, awesome, awesome, amazing. Chalo, done, super. So guys, so far we have been able to create this entire dashboard. We have learned how to modify these sort of columns. We have learned a couple of AI features inside Power BI as well. But I have a lot more to teach to you. Before I go further and teach you more and more about it, it is very important for us to summarize everything that we have done so far. How many of you agree that summarizing everything that we have done so far is very important before we continue ahead with the session? Yes? Otherwise, we'll lose track of the session, right? So let's go ahead and simply summarize. Okay, so far we have gone from absolutely zero or little knowledge in Power BI 2. Guys, keep on typing in a yes in the chat box if you think that we have covered this. Okay, we learned how to install Power BI desktop in your system. We had shared the steps with you earlier. We'll share the steps with you once again along with the notes of the session. Yes, we learned that. Yes, then we learned how to connect different sort of data sources in Power BI. We use CSV file, Excel file in this particular session, but I showed you the different methods which are there, and you can use any of those in order to connect your data source to Power BI. Then we learned about doing manual calculations. We basically did manual calculations with the help of not DAX, but we created new measures. How many of you remember the new measure that we created for till employee? Yes, 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 we did. Okay. Then we learned to create different sort of card visualizations, different sort of line charts, column charts, gauge charts, pie charts, donut charts, slices to slice our data. We learned about the interactivity features in Power BI. We learned how to summarize data to provide meaningful insights in Power BI. We found out the trends analysis using AI in Power BI, exactly what we did in the last couple of minutes. Then we learned how to answer any sort of question inside Power BI. We also learned how to customize our themes inside Power BI. All of this we did in the last couple of hours. How many of you feel that in the last approximately 1.5 hours, whatever we have learned, we have been able to do all of this in the last 1.5 hours? Yes, yes. learned everything. Whatever is written in the screen, we have learned everything so far. Now, guys, before we move ahead, I want to ask a couple of questions to you guys. Okay, I want to ask a couple of questions. We saw the power of artificial intelligence inside Power BI. Okay, now, guys, I want to ask everyone, all of you, my friends over here, I want to ask to you all. Now, do you understand the true potential of artificial intelligence and data analysis using artificial intelligence? Like how it has made things so easy for us, and what is the real potential of it? Type in a me in the chat box only if you really understand the potential of it. Yes. Now, my friend, do you understand how leveraging data can help you become much more efficient and faster at your work? Do you truly understand how leveraging data can help you become much more efficient and faster as well? Now, my friend, do you understand how AI can easily take over most of your job and how you can soon be out of your job if you do not master it? Okay, if all of this analysis, all of this dashboard creation and everything has gotten so easy with AI, with the things that I taught you in the session. Okay, do you think that you can't be soon out of your job? Like, these things can be a lot of these things can be automated and done in a much more easier manner without the requirement of so much manpower. And now, my friend, do you realize how important it is for you to master the most in-demand softwares and technologies in order to not just survive in your career, but grow in your career and get the salary increment that you have always desired for? Type in a big yes in the chat box if you agree with me on all of these four statements. Like, how important it has become for us to, truly understand the potential of AI and how AI is doing all of this and how it's become so important for us to learn everything about AI, because if we do not do it, we can soon be out of your jobs. And in order to not just survive but grow in your career, grow incrementally in our career, we really need to master the power of AI. Do you truly believe in that? Yes, yes, me. It is very important, because if we do not do that, we can soon be out of our jobs. And this is not me saying. You can see the data of the past. Okay, either you learn AI right now or be ready to lose your job and get replaced by AI. No matter whatever department or sector you are working in, you could be someone who is working in Microsoft, and Microsoft has laid off more than 10,000 employees so far. Okay, you could be, Goldman Sachs begins large round of layoff, more than 3,200 people laid off in Goldman Sachs. JP Morgan lays off begin this week nearly 500 employees to be sacked. This is not just happening in MNCs. This is happening across startups. This is happening across corporates and MNCs as well. All of these companies are laying off. You think that the number of layoff news have reduced now and so many layoffs are not happening right now? It used to happen in 2023, first half of 2024, etc. That is not the case, guys. Only the news of these layoffs have reduced. Why so? I can't tell about that, because it was really, the number news was very high that time. But the number of layoffs, they have not reduced. Simply go to layofftracker.fyi. You will be able to see that the number of layoffs because of this artificial intelligence revolution has simply been exponentially increasing with time. It is coming for more and more jobs of people who are not using AI. It is coming for everyone, happening in MNCs, happening in corporates, happening in startups, and happening across professions. You could be a coder developer, and the ex-CEO of Stability AI, Iman Mastikir, says that most coders in India will lose jobs within a year or two. You could be in accounting and finance. AI takes over accounting and finance jobs. Companies replacing human employees. You could be a marketer. You could be a HR professional. You could be a doctor. Or you could be a lawyer and a legal profession. Basically, you could be from any profession, and AI is coming for each and every job. In fact, it is coming for the jobs of CEOs as well, because the AI has already replaced the CEO of a major Chinese gaming company, and things appear to be going absolutely well for them. So the point is, we all, okay, me, you, we all are an entire generation of people who are working in jobs which are not even gonna exist without AI in the next 12 to 15 months. How many of you absolutely agree with me on this? I have agreed to this. Like, I know that my job is at risk. I know my, family members, my employees, all of our jobs are at risk if we do not start to integrate AI in our existing jobs. How many of you absolutely agree to it? Yes, agreed. Okay, for people, who do not agree, I even though I saw most of you agree to it, for people who do not agree and you feel that you will be able to compete with AI and you will be able to do better than AI, you do not need AI in your job. Guys, I'll be very brutally honest with you all. You will lose. Okay, if you try to compete with AI, you will lose, because It is not about you. It is about AI. AI is smarter, faster, and cheaper than you, than me, than anyone in the world. It is smarter, faster, and cheaper than anyone in the world. Okay, so do not try to compete with AI. Do not be like, AI. I'll be able to do better work than AI, because if not now, if AI is not being able to do your work now, it will be able to do in 12 months. If not 12, in 24 months. If not 24, in 36 months. Okay, it will come and be able to do your job better than you. So do not try to compete with AI. Always make AI your friend. Okay, try to make AI your friend. Try to work with AI. Do not compete with AI, but work along with AI. Make AI your friend. Collaborate with AI. That is the only case scenario you will win. Okay, do not try to fight with AI. Work along with AI, and if you do that, you will win, because AI can't replace you directly. Think of it logically, guys. Can ChatGPT work on its own? It cannot. Can the AI inside Power BI work on its own? It cannot. So AI cannot win on its own. AI can only win by a person who is using AI. Okay, so be a person who uses AI. That is the person that will replace everyone who is not using AI. Is everyone absolutely clear with this particular concept? Can I get a clear in the chat box? If you're absolutely clear with this concept and you would not try to compete with AI, you will try to work with AI. Yes, 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 absolutely clear. Awesome concept. Yes, so that is a very, very important and awesome concept which everyone should be doing, that you should try to work with AI. And once you are doing that, you should be able to use artificial and intelligence and prompt engineering for doing your day-to-day work. You should be able to use AI for your research and project work, for your client work, for getting better jobs out there in the market, or you will be able to use AI for coding along with AI. You will be able to use AI for management and team leadership. You will be able to use AI for writing and designing. You will be able to use AI for data analysis as well. Basically, any sort of work, you will be able to use AI, and you should be able to use AI. Okay, so learn to use AI and prompt engineering for doing any sort of work. Can I get a commitment from each and everyone over here that you will learn to use AI and prompt engineering for doing any sort of work which is listed or not even listed over here? You will learn to use AI for all of it. Yes. Can I get this commitment from you all? Yes, yes. Okay, super. I'm super, super glad about it. Now, guys, besides this, the one thing which we have, which we are most proud of in Office Master, are not the amazing workshops, the amazing master classes that we do. I know that you all love the content, the kind of content that we prepare, the workshops that we conduct, the master classes that we do. You all absolutely love it. I know about that. But that is not even the biggest leverage that we have developed at Office Master. Okay, the biggest leverage that we have developed at Office Master, okay, is the network of HRs, is the network of HRs, AVP HR, HR managers that we have built across India. Yes, across India, across the world, we have built a network of HRs who are the top HRs of India, and who keep feeding us information on what are the top skills which are required in the industry, what are the top skills that will be required in the industry in the future, and what are the top skills that we should be training our students on, so that they can grow exponentially in their career. And this is information that we get from top HRs across India, and we pay all of these HRs a very, very handsome amount for this particular information. Okay, so we have been able to develop this particular leverage. How many of you want me to share the best possible softwares, the best possible skills that you should be learning, that you should be knowing in order to grow exponentially in your career? That is not just coming from me, that is coming from the top HRs across India. And this particular information is coming from them directly to Team Office Master for the money that we give to them. How many of you want to know the list of all of these skills? I need it, sir. Me. Please share. Please share. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Okay, guys, this is the biggest leverage that we have developed. This is better than the content and everything that we do, and I know that you love it. Okay, so the skill number one, it is right there in front of you, and because so many of you requested me, please share, etc. Skill number one, right there in front of you. Learn to use AI and prompt engineering for doing your day-to-day work and everything that is written on the screen. Besides this, skill number two that you should be learning in order to actually grow exponentially in your career is everything. Okay, you learned all about the fundamentals of Power BI in today's session. Okay, even with the fundamentals of Power BI, you were able to create this sort of a dashboard. But that is not it. Skill number two, you should be not just learning the fundamentals, you should be knowing everything about AI powered dashboards, advanced AI powered dashboards using Microsoft Power BI, because that is the skill of the future. You should be knowing all about it, right from basics to advanced, because that is very, very important for you to know. Okay, this is skill number two. What is skill number three? Skill number three is all about the world of data management. How many of you agree that data is the new oil? How many of you agree that data is the new oil? Yes, agree. So if data is the new oil and if data is so important to companies, doesn't it make logical sense that data management is one of the most important skills that we should be learning? Doesn't it make logical sense that companies will pay very, very heavy? This is exactly what skill number is the skill number three, which these HRs tell us. Okay, what is the skill number three? It is advanced data management using structured query language or SQL, which is the primary tool in order to manage a company's data. If you are able to do that, you will be able to make yourself ready for the future, because as we all just agreed, data is the new oil, and that is why data management becomes so important, and that is why companies would be willing to pay very heavily for people who are able to manage their data well. That is why learning everything about SQL right from basics to advanced becomes so important, which is skill number three that you should be learning. Okay, besides this comes skill number four, is is something which is used by 1.5 billion people every single day. Any guesses on the skill that I'm talking about, which is used by 1.5 billion people every single day? Absolutely, it is Microsoft Excel. Okay, you should be learning everything about Microsoft Excel, again, right from basics to advanced. All of us think that we are Excel experts. Guys, we are not. Believe me, the things that 99% people do in Microsoft Excel are not even proper basics of Microsoft Excel. Okay, you should be learning everything about advanced formulas inside Microsoft Excel, about advanced pivot tables, about the advanced data visualization inside Microsoft Excel, about the advanced functions and tools, about macros and automation. All of this along with the help of AI, using Excel along with the help of AI, right from basics to advanced. That is you should something you should be doing, because it is used by 1.5 billion people, and not even 1% of that is 1.5 billion people in the world use Excel properly. But it is a skill that is so employable if you know Excel so very well. There are so many companies who are ready to hire you at so high packages if you know Excel only very well. That is skill number four, which these HRs tell us that that definitely candidates should be learning, via which they'll be able to get better, higher paying jobs. Okay, then comes skill number five. It is forecasting and predicting your KPIs using Tableau. Now, guys, number one BI tool in the world, definitely Power BI. But what is the number one BI tool? Number two BI tool? It is Tableau. And why learning Tableau is important? Data visualization you can do in Power BI, but forecasting and predicting your KPIs. Okay, this is something that you can do in Tableau. It is a very, very powerful feature of Tableau, via which you can forecast and predict your KPIs as well. This is why this is skill number five that you should be learning in order to grow exponentially in your career. And skill number six, which is basically like, let's say if you want to grow vertically, if you want to grow vertically, if you want to basically rise up the hierarchy. Let's say if you are an entry level person, if you want to become a senior associate, if you want to become a manager, a senior manager, a AVP, a VP of the company, what is it that you should be doing? These are the people, your managers are the people who are just making presentations and attending meetings day in and day out. How many of you agree with me on this? That your managers are the people who are just attending meetings and making PPTs day in and day out. Yes, agree. So making the having the art, having the skill of creating PowerPoint, beautiful PowerPoint presentations becomes so important. You should have this particular skill of creating beautiful looking PowerPoint presentations, and you will be able to do that once you learn AI, in not just in 30 minutes but in 5 minutes as well. Okay, so guys, these are the six skills. Okay, these are the six skills that if you master, you will really be able to make a very big impact. You will be able to actually solve a lot of your salary related problems, and you'll be able to do very well in your career. So just wanted to share all of this information with you all, so that you all actually learn it, practice it, and are able to grow in your career. can I get a commitment from each and everyone present over here? Since you are attending my workshop over here, I want all of you to be super, super successful in your career. So can I get this commitment from you all that you will be learning all of these 6 skills which I just shared with you so that you can grow exponentially in your career? Come on, guys. I want commitment from each and everyone present over here. Would you do that? So with 6 skills, I'll repeat it once again. Okay, I'll repeat it once again. Yes, yes, 100% committed, Aditya. Akka, Akka. Yes, 100%. I'll do it. Whatever comes in my way, I'll do it. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So I'll repeat it once again for people asking to repeat. Guys, skill number 1, learn to use AI and prompt engineering for doing all these different sorts of work. Skill number 2, AI, learn to make AI powered dashboards using Microsoft Power BI. Skill number 3, advanced data management using SQL to be ready for the future. Skill number 4, basics to advanced Microsoft Excel. Skill number 5, forecasting and predicting your KPIs using Tableau. And skill number 6, advanced PowerPoint presentations, and that too in just 30 minutes. Okay, cool. Can I get this commitment, each and everyone now? I want yes from each and everyone present over here. If I have your commitment that you will be learning all of this. Thank you for giving all of this information. Yes, sure, 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 sure. Okay, I see a lot of comments in the chat box, sir. I want to learn all of this from you. Where to learn all this, etc., etc. I want to learn this from you. Very good session, etc. So for people who are asking, or if you want to learn it from me, I want to ask this question to everyone. Okay, who would like to learn all of this directly from me, directly from my team, and become an AI-powered working professional and ultimately grow exponentially in your career? Who would like to learn all of this directly from me and my team? And to learn all of these 6 skills and become an AI powered working professional and grow exponentially in your career. How many of you want to do that? Me, all of us, me, every one of us, me. I'm super interested. Me. Okay, I see my chat box absolutely flooded. I am super overwhelmed with the response. Guys, if you want to learn all of this directly from me, directly from us, the next masterclass that I'm going to be conducting is specifically for you guys. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the masterclass via which you will be able to, via which you will be able to become a Microsoft Office Specialist PowerPoint Associate, via which you will be able to become a Microsoft Certified Power BI Data Analyst, via which you will be able to become a Microsoft Office Specialist Excel Expert, via which you will be able to become a Microsoft Office Specialist, a Microsoft Certified Expert, and a Microsoft Certified Associate. What is the masterclass that I'm going to be talking about? It is the basic to advanced chat GPT, the basic to advanced artificial intelligence, the basic to advanced prompt engineering, the basic to advanced Power BI, the basic to advanced structured query language, the basic to advanced Excel, basic to advanced Tableau, and the basic to advanced PowerPoint masterclass. This particular masterclass is designed in a manner that do not need absolutely any sort of prior knowledge in order to do the masterclass, because we teach everything, as I mentioned, right from basics till advanced. And this particular masterclass has been designed in a manner via which you will be not just able to learn, but will be able to master and get certified by Microsoft on the most in-demand skills of not just the present and but also the data and AI-driven future. And the best part, as I mentioned, you need no prior knowledge in order to be a part of the masterclass. Also, along with the masterclass, I know that this is something which my students have faced in the past. So, for this particular batch of the masterclass, what have we started to do? We have started to provide you free license to the premium GPT plus subscription. Yes, guys, premium chat GPT plus subscription, which costs $20. Okay, which costs $20 every single month. You will be getting the premium GPT plus subscription for free to work 10x faster every single day, so that software is not an issue when it comes to your learning. Along with it, you will be learning how to get a salary hike of rupees 60,000 to 1.3 lakhs every single month. I'm talking about a hike, guys. Basically, whatever you are earning right now, plus 60,000 to 1.3 lakhs every single month. That is exactly what my 262. In fact, this number has increased to 300 plus right now. My 300 plus students have been able to do it in the last 3 months itself. Okay, last 3 months, via the help of this masterclass, my students have been able to get such sort of salary hikes. Along with it, you will be learning how to get a high paying job of more than 18 LPA with a 100% guaranteed in-house job assistance program. Yes, guys, 100% guaranteed in-house job assistance program. This is the exact masterclass via which my students have been able to get high paying jobs in companies like Amazon, Google, Accenture, Meta, Infosys, Sony, Capgemini, Goldman Sachs, Microsoft, KPMG, Deloitte, Emphasis. Several VCs talk about any of these top companies, and my students are already working there only and only via the help of this masterclass that I'm talking about. Okay, and guys, the best part about this masterclass that once you learn and implement in the masterclass, when you learn and implement in the masterclass, this masterclass comes with a guarantee. This masterclass comes with a guarantee. What is it that I'm talking about? That once you learn and implement in the masterclass, either you will get a minimum 40% salary appraisal in your job with an upgraded designation. By an upgraded designation, I mean with a promotion. So either you will get a minimum 40% salary appraisal with a promotion, okay, in your present job, or you will get a better job than with a higher salary package than your current job. Only two sorts of results that you can expect in the masterclass. When you learn and implement, either get a minimum 40% salary appraisal with a promotion, or get a better paying higher salary package than your current job. Or if you are not able to achieve this, then I do not want your money. What am I talking about? That either get these results or simply get 100% money back guaranteed from this particular masterclass. Okay, so guys, I am 100% sure no one in the world can offer you something like this, what I'm offering. Either get a minimum salary appraisal with the upgraded designation, with a 40% hike, or get a better job with a higher salary package, or simply get 100% of your money back in a guaranteed manner. This is what the masterclass gets you. Along with that, once you learn and implement in the masterclass, you will become the top one out of the 40,000. You will become, among the, all the 7 billion, 8 billion people in the world, you will become among the top 40,000 people in this entire world to have this sort of a Microsoft global certification. Okay, Microsoft certified professional, only the top, not 1%, top not 0.1%, not 0.01%, only the top 0.003% in the world have this sort of a certification. And this certification is something which is not just valid in India, it is valid throughout the world. Okay, this is something you will be able to achieve once you learn and implement everything in the masterclass. In fact, we will be sponsoring your Microsoft certification exams, Microsoft exam certification. We will be sponsoring that inside the masterclass itself. So that is the level that we are going to go to you in order to make you among the top 0.003% people in the world. Now you might be wondering, who is this masterclass for? Guys, this particular masterclass is for four sorts of people. Who am I talking about? Number one, for working professionals who are wanting to get a 18 LPA plus job in the next 4 months in a guaranteed manner. Okay, for people who are already working, wanting to get a 18 LPA plus job in the next 4 months in a guaranteed manner, this particular masterclass for you. Or if you're someone who's a working professional and wanting to get a minimum 40% salary appraisal, if you're already earning more than 18 LPA and want a minimum 40% salary appraisal in your current company with a better designation, this particular masterclass is for you. Or if you're someone who is a student or a fresher and wanting to get a 10 LPA plus job at the start of your career. Guys, most students, most freshers in India start their career with a basic 3 LPA, 4 LPA sort of a salary. Okay, if you're someone who doesn't want to start with a basic 3 LPA, 4 LPA salary, this particular masterclass will help you start your career as a student fresher with a minimum 10 LPA plus job at the start of your career itself. Also, this particular masterclass is for people who are looking to get who is looking to seek a guaranteed job assistance program to help them get a package of minimum 17 LPA, between 17 LPA to 24 LPA, given via us, via this company tie-ups that we have built, via the HR tie-ups that we have built over the last couple of years. So this is who the masterclass is for you. Now you might be wondering, Alta, how are you so sure about all of these promises and everything? And if these promises are not delivered, you are ready to refund the money, 100% money back, etc., etc. How are you so sure about the masterclass? Because the way that we have designed this particular masterclass, guys. So what is it that you are going to be learning in this particular masterclass? What is it that it is covered? That is the real key inside this masterclass. Okay, so what is it that it is covered? Number one, we'll be learning everything about the world of AI, how to talk to AI, the A to Z of prompt engineering. What is prompt engineering? The art of talking to AI. According to World Economic Forum, not according to me, according to World Economic Forum, prompt engineering will be the highest paying AI job in the entire world, highest paying job. Okay, so in this module, we'll be learning everything about prompt engineering, right from basics, prompt framework, prompt priming, prompt iteration, teach me prompt, ask for advice prompt, write like me prompts, advanced prompt engineering, all of this in the first module. Okay, talking more about prompt engineering, you can see this screenshot of it. I took this screenshot today itself. Average salary of prompt engineers. Okay, prompt engineer salary I put up in Google. The salary of prompt engineer can vary depending on role, experience, and location. The average salary of prompt engineer in India is around 39.3 lakhs per year. Yes, guys, you can see over there 39.3 lakhs per year is the average salary with a range of 15.3 to 1.55 crores to 1.54 crores. Average being 39.3 LPA. You can imagine the kind of money that prompt engineers are earning, and that is something that you can do without any sort of prior knowledge, without any engineering knowledge or anything as such, with the help of this particular first module. So everything about the world of prompt engineering in this first module. Then we'll be learning everything about the world of how to yeah, guys, 1 second. We'll be learning everything about the world of how to talk to AI. Okay. Then we'll in the second module we'll be learning how to do day-to-day office work using AI and become an expert in your office. How to integrate AI in your work 10 times faster. Basically, how to use AI for workflow automation, summarizing text and information, using AI for data analysis, using AI for speech and presentation, for auto AI email responder, for reviewing and improving teamwork. Basically, doing all your day-to-day office work with the help of AI to become the smartest member in your office. That is something that you'll be learning in the second module. Then we'll be moving on to the third module, which is all about the world of research work, project work, and client work using AI. If you're someone who is involved in doing research work, client work using AI, you will be able to do this with the help of this third module. How to generate research ideas, fact checks, information curation with the help of AI, validation of information, discussion initiator, market research using AI, product details, competitor analysis using AI, understanding your target audience persona using AI. Now, after this, guys, we'll be moving on to the fourth module, which is one of the best modules. Why do I say so? Guys, talk about any college in the world, any school in the world, any tuition in the world. No one would teach you something like this. What am I talking about? I am talking about the art of salary negotiation. Something which, if you know, you could easily increase your salary by 10%, 15% easily. But 99%, in fact, I would say max, like 99.9% people in India do not even know this particular art of salary negotiation. They are just too scared of doing that. This is exactly what I'll be teaching in the fourth module. Okay, job hunting to get a 40% salary hike using AI. Via this module, you will be using AI to find out hidden job opportunities that no job portal in the world shows. You will be learning the art of salary negotiation, which no one teaches you. You will be learning how to do advanced job searches using AI to create an irresistible resume, preparing for job interviews using AI to determine your extra market worth, using AI to network the absolutely the right way. This is what you'll be learning in the fourth module. Then we'll be going to the fifth module, which is learning everything about the world of coding using AI. That too, again, without having any sort of coding background knowledge. Okay, so you'll be learning coding right from basics. That too with the help of AI. Even if you are a non-techie, even if you have not done coding ever in your life, you'll be able to do that. If you're a coder, you will be able to improve your coding skills by 10x. Okay, so you'll be learning how to generate codes using ChatGPT and Bard. You'll be learning how to debug codes using ChatGPT and Bard. You'll be learning how to explain your codes using LLMs, writing functions, converting code from one language to another using AI, developing no-code applications as well with the help of AI. Once we do this, we'll be moving on to the sixth module, which is all about the world of building a side hustle using AI to earn a second income source. Guys, how many of you here have just a single source of income? How many of you here have just a single source of income? Me. You can be completely honest. I won't take your names. You can be completely honest about it. Okay, guys, I'll be very brutal. I'll be very, I don't want to be lying to your faces, but I'll be very honest. And you can't make a bigger mistake than having just a single source of income in this particular, 2024, 2025, this era. After basically the launch of ChatGPT, this AI revolution have become since 2023, and since then, okay, you cannot be doing more a bigger mistake than having just single source of income. So do not do that. At least have two sources of income for yourself. What is the second source of income that you can have for yourself? You can build a side hustle of your own. Now, I know that building a side hustle sounds very difficult and sounds very heavy, that I need to do a lot of this, that, etc., etc. Guys, after the advent of AI, after integrating AI with your day-to-day work and with your side hustle as well, it has become easier than ever. Let me tell you, it has become easier than ever to build businesses, to build a side hustle of yourself, and that is something that you can do with the help of AI to earn a second source of income for yourself. Very, very helpful. This is exactly what you will be learning in the sixth module. Once you are able to do all of this, you will be getting certified as a chat GPT and an AI expert, as a prompt engineering expert directly by us, IIT Kharagpur alumni. In fact, this particular six modules, this particular certificate, all of these six AI modules that I've told you about, this has helped our students, okay, heavily helped our students like Ramesh Cheda. Okay, he has been able to went from having an underpaid job to getting two job offers of 20 LPA plus salaries. Okay, then people like Akhilesh Singh have been able to automate his business using AI and now making 80% more profits than before after doing this particular masterclass. People like Vijay Saxena got a job as a product manager with a 27 LPA salary package and now is an AI product manager in his company, like where he got hired. Okay, along with it, people like Abid Sheikh, who got hired at Google after getting laid off. Even after getting laid off, he joined our masterclass and now he is hired at Google by doing our masterclass. So these are the sort of results which people have been able to get via the first six modules that I mentioned to you. And that is not it. These first six modules. Besides it, you'll be learning everything right from basics of Power BI, no tech background or no experience needed, to learning everything about advanced Power BI dashboards, AI powered dashboards inside Power BI. You will be learning all about tables and matrices, bars and column charts, tree maps, line and combo charts, bubble maps, fill charts, all of this along with 12 AI powered visuals to enhance the way that you learn perform in Power BI. All of this in the seventh and eighth module to truly call yourselves a true Power BI expert. And by becoming a true Power BI expert, you can see the sort of results which Pranshu Bodia was able to achieve. Ready for your feed. I made it using Power BI Learning. Boss was very happy with me. Got a job in Capgemini as an analyst. Sakshi Dubey got a job in Capgemini as an analyst. Shraddha Nahar, got a 23% salary appraisal with the help of this particular Power BI two modules itself. So this is something that you do. In fact, you will be getting certified. Okay, so you can see the sort of results. If you look for Power BI developer salaries, 15 to 25 LPA salaries you will easily get as Power BI developers, and this is just one skill that I'm talking about. Okay. In fact, you will be getting certified as a Power BI expert directly from us. In fact, you will be getting a badge for it. In fact, you can also apply for a Microsoft Certified Power BI Data Analyst Associate certification. This is something that we'll be sponsoring on your behalf. You do not have to pay for these exams. We'll be paying for you. Okay. So Microsoft Certified Power BI Data Analyst Associate, only, one out of 10,000 people in the world have this sort of certification. And, the global certificate, which I mentioned, one out of the 40,000 people once you achieve all of these five sort of certifications. So that is again not it. Okay, just talked about AI and Power BI skills. Then comes the ninth module. As I mentioned, data is the new oil. So data management is very, very important. So you'll be learning data management right from basics of, so SQL fundamentals right from basics. No prior knowledge required to advanced database management using SQL. So you'll be learning all about that. This will make you a true SQL expert. You'll be getting certified in it. In fact, you can apply for a Microsoft Certified Expert certification as well. Then comes, this is not it, then comes Microsoft Excel. Okay, we'll be learning Excel again right from basics to advanced formulas mastery. Everyone feels that they are Excel experts, but they are not. Okay, so you'll be learning all of those 60 plus most important formulas inside Microsoft Excel, which includes management formulas, financial formulas, lookup formulas, array formulas, fill formulas, forecasting formulas, indirect formulas, statistical formulas. All of these formulas you'll be learning. Apart from that, you will be in the 12th module, you will become a data visualization expert. I'm not just talking about the line chart, column chart, etc. You'll be able to make tree map chart, sunburst chart, waterfall chart, funnel chart, slope chart, heat map chart, dumbbell chart, all of this in the 12th module. Once we do this, we'll be moving on to the 13th module, which is Excel Pivot Tables Mastery course. Now, Pivot Tables, guys, is the only way via which you can do data analysis, data visualization, and data analysis inside Microsoft Excel. So you'll be learning all about that. Apart from that, in the 14th module, in fact, you'll be doing 44 mega case studies. As a part of the entire masterclass, we'll be doing 30 different case studies inside the entire masterclass. 4 mega case studies of Excel Pivot Tables Mastery itself. Okay, then comes Office 365 Mastery course. Office 365, why is it so important? Because Office 365 is the is the software via which a recent report has suggested that it has given 720% productivity boost to employees who are using Office 365 instead of previous previous versions of Office 365. And that is why 68% of Fortune 500 companies have already shifted to Office 365. So it is the need of the hour for every employee to upskill themselves with Office 365, or their company could easily ask them to get replaced by someone who is an Office 365 expert. That is why teaching you this in the 14th module, very, very important. Once we do this, we'll be moving on to the 15th module, which is all about right from basics of macros, right from Excel, VBA, macros, and automation expert, via which it is my guarantee, it is Alta Goenka's guarantee that you will be able to reduce 4 to 5 hours of your work on a daily basis into just 15 minutes in a guaranteed manner. And that too, you'll not be learning it in a normal way. You'll be learning it with the help of AI. Okay, Excel, VBA, macros, and automation expert with the help of AI. No one, you won't find this sort of a curriculum anywhere else. Okay, VBA, macros, and automation with the help of AI to reduce 5 hours of your work into just 15 minutes in a guaranteed manner. This is the exact the Excel masterclass. People, our students have been able to get these sort of results. Average time spent working on Excel went from 27 hours per month to 14 hours per month, basically saving 19.5 days less every single year via this particular Excel masterclass. Custom Excel reports made in 14 minutes resulted in better salary appraisals. Just not getting 5%, 7% salary appraisals, our students are actually getting 25%, 30%, 40%, 45% salary appraisals every single year. Okay, AI and automation did up to 65% of total work without any manual intervention. These sort of results our students have been able to get. In fact, you will be getting certified as an Excel expert from us. You will be getting an Excel specialist badge. In fact, you can apply for a Microsoft Office specialist Excel expert as well. We'll be sponsoring your certification for the same. Then comes, once we have learned this, we'll be learning everything about the world of Tableau. Okay, Tableau again, right from basics for beginners, no prior knowledge required, to advanced Tableau for forecasting and predicting your KPIs. Very, very important skill to have for any company, how you can forecast and predict the company's data. Okay, so that is what we'll be learning in the 17th module. Become a true Power BI expert, you'll be getting certified in it. Then we'll be going on into the 18th and 19th module, where we'll be learning right from basics of PowerPoint, not those basic PowerPoint presentations that you guys make, not those ones, but to creating advanced PowerPoint presentations with kick-ass designs, and that too integrating it with the help of AI. Create PowerPoint presentations in not 2 hours, not 1 hour, not 30 minutes, not 10 minutes, but in less than 5 minutes. Yes, in less than 5 minutes, beautiful looking PowerPoint presentations via which our students have been able to get amazing, amazing results, have been able to get better jobs, have been able to impress their bosses like anything via the help of this skill. To become a true PowerPoint expert, getting certified in it, in fact, getting certified as a Microsoft Office Specialist PowerPoint Associate. So, guys, all of these 19 learnings, okay, not just 1, 2, 5, 7, 10, 15, nothing like that. 19 learnings in one single masterclass to become a true expert and grow exponentially in your career. Okay, you will be getting the badges for all of this, but that is not it. These 19 learnings in one single masterclass, will it just come from me? That is not the case. I will be one of your mentors, but along with me, you will be learning from the best of the best in the industry, not just from India, but across the world. So, me, Aditya Goenka, I'll be one of your mentors. Aditya Kachave, again, IIT Kharagpur alumni, my co-founder, he'll be one of your mentors. Dr. Keith Newton, okay, from the USA, who is a prompt and generative AI engineer, he will be one of your mentors. Ruben Hassid, Ruben Hassid, okay, one of the topmost LinkedIn voices. Go and find Ruben Hassid on LinkedIn. He will be one of your mentors. Ishan Tiwari, who previously used to work at Meta, basically Facebook, right now working at Google. He will be one of your mentors. Latha ji, who is a top AI researcher, has done her PhD from IIT Bombay. She will be one of your mentors. Sharad Anand, who is a Microsoft certified trainer, he will be your mentor. Uttam Grede, who's a data science trainer, he'll be one of your mentors. Yogesh Agarwal, who's a personal branding strategist, will help you with your LinkedIn, with your resumes, with your interview skills, with your all of these soft skills as well. So all of we people will be your mentors. Along with it, we are getting more trainers, more and more trainers from outside India, from basically across the world, top people to train you in this particular masterclass. Okay, so from 19 learnings from the best of the best in the industry, and that too, guys, that too, I'm not going to be throwing you some recorded videos or LMS access key, go ahead and watch these lectures whenever you want to. I'm not going to be teaching you, this is it. Okay, nothing like that. Okay, nothing like that. What am I talking about? exactly as we conducted this particular workshop today. Okay, we will be teaching you everything that I just mentioned to you, all the 19 learnings in the masterclass. Okay, all the 19 learnings in the masterclass in a live manner. Yes, guys, live lessons for the best possible experience of your life. Live lessons directly from all of these experts for the best experience. Plus, you will be getting recordings for your convenience. If you happen to miss any of these live lessons, you will be getting recordings for the same as well, so that you can, basically, watch any of the lessons that you happen to miss. So, live lessons for best possible experience plus recordings for your convenience. Along with it, basically you will need to spend only 3 hours of learning a week for the next 4 months in order to get the fastest results in your learning. Now,